Oh, you want to see me?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that you labeled all the envelopes for all the winners.
Yeah, I did. So, it's my show. I'm the host, so.
Assistant to the co-host.
Right. So ever since I cut my hair, Finchy doesn't think I should be referred to as the headbanger anymore. Therefore, he's gained somewhat of an alpha complex.
Hey, so I was kind of thinking like maybe we should start the show with like a monologue.
Monologue.
Yeah, something funny like the Conan O'Brien.
I wasn't really planning on
So like, what do you think of like something like this? Like, yeah, it's been another great year in horror. Even Rob Zombie returned with 3 from Hell. Did you hear they changed the title though? It was originally called Why in the Hell Am I Still Making Horror Movies?
It's a bit awkward.
Hey, did you happen to get to all the foreign films?
Yeah, I just didn't get to climax.
That's what she said.
Welcome everybody to the 9th annual Golden Horn Awards. It's here at last. Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jewish friends. Welcome my co-host, Lucio Finchy.
Thank you again for having me.
I'm no longer the headbanger. You can now refer to me as Dwight Schrute. I just got off the beaten path.
Oh, this guy.
Welcome though. We're very excited. I apologize that it's been a full year since I've talked to many of you, which really sucks, but we're here.
Yeah, we're here now, and that's all that matters.
This award show, everybody, is an implication of anyone who has ever had the thought and has ever uttered the phrase, they do not make great horror movies anymore. It's an indictment of that sentiment. I sound like a cantankerous old man here, just bitch. That's probably why no one watches the show, because I berate the viewer right away, right when we start. Yeah, I guess
this is what happens when you cut your hair. This is what you become.
The monkey in the room. The elephant at the door. All right, awesome though, guys. Thank you for everyone who has joined us since day one or for many years. Thank you for returning. And I can only hope there's some new people out there, so welcome. This is part of Horror's Ball, and this is a 9-year tradition now. And
yep.
We're very excited to be here. It's one of my favorite days of the year. And again, it's a celebration of the great year that is modern horror and the year in horror of 2019. I'm going to start here with saying, as you can see, a dapper. What are you wearing tonight, man? What are you wearing? It's always...
Yeah,
the most enjoyable things about this, right, is that we get to go shopping for the awards. And we will not tell you what establishments we grace, but we go on our... We don't go together. So,
we don't mean to brag or anything like that.
No,
but,
we hit the closest big city, right?
Yeah.
We Uber there. We're into the Uber, right? So who are you wearing? What are you wearing today?
I am actually wearing Calvin Klein today.
Are you serious?
Making his first appearance on the show.
Calvin Klein.
Yeah.
We have
stepping up from like.
We've come a long way, Stafford.
I think I had Stafford.
No, nothing against Stafford.
Yeah.
Those Chilean threads.
So how about you?
I am wearing this. Come on,
the
can you guys see that? It's a
museum artifacts.
Museum artifacts. Thank you for sending me this free tie.
Yeah.
Its retail value is about $7.50.
They're not a sponsor of the show.
No,
we're throwing them out there anyway.
Free of charge, free advertising. But my threads here, my wonderful Halloween orange threads here, is Forsyth. I've been eyeing them for a few years now.
Yeah, they've been under the radar for a while.
Yeah, we look into the background, make sure there's no 4-year-old Chinese kids making this. We're not Kathy Lee Gifford.
Very reputable. Support Forsyth.
I had the foresight to get foresight. All right, and let's tell the people before we begin with the obligatory spiel of how I determine these things. What are we drinking? I like that. What are we wearing? What are we drinking? Now, I think you don't have to be a beer drinker out there to appreciate this can. This is for all you Italian horror fans out there. This is probably the coolest can I've ever seen. From a horror perspective.
It absolutely is. I was blown away the first time I saw it at the store.
See that again? Anthropophagus. Hopefully you can see that pretty decently there. It's got the George Eastman on the front there, puking up or regurgitating, eating hops. So that's by
incredible
Abomination Brewing.
Abomination. Got to give those dudes a big
we drink a lot of their beer.
The labels are amazing. Their beer is like delicious. It's really good.
Earl Kess, he's the artist.
Earl Kess.
I don't know if he does all their artwork, but this particular one he did in Chars.
Yeah, absolutely. Chars to you, man.
Everyone out there, go grab your favorite beverage, whether it's water, Big Water, 7-Up, some other ones. Milk, chocolate milk, be it the intense variety. Chars, everybody. Grab a beverage. Chars. Grab the one you love. Delicious. Hits the spot right there.
That's so good.
All right. I feel it's like riding a bike, man. These YouTube videos. So yeah, guys, I'm happy to be back, and why not come back for the Hornies? And I will say that there will be something coming up. I will talk about at the end of the show, but we'll get to that. Mm-hmm. All right, so for the newbies out there, hopefully there are plenty of you. How I determine this is the film for nomination has to at least have gotten some type of theatrical release this year, not a film fest release. It has to at least we don't live near too big of a city, so I mean I look at it, if we got it, probably most cities got the film, or a physical release in any region in the world, 1, 2, or 3 region. The Horrors Ball world is region free, right? We do not discriminate.
Yeah.
So I encourage all you out there, physical fans, to go out and get a region free player. You have access to all the films.
Just open up a whole new world.
A region free world. free yourself. Break the change.
A world with no borders.
Or any walls. I didn't do that last year. We're not going to get political on the show at all, I promise. Especially after a couple more 8% beers.
Little throwback.
All right. Yeah, so that's how we determine it. No streaming. I mean, I'm not against streaming, but if a film was only released streaming-wise, I don't consider it as part of the nomination process. So that's how I do it. We're physical media fans, and we, of course, go to the theaters as well. So in case you're wondering, where's this film? Where's that film? But that's how we determine things. That's how I've always done it, so I figure remain consistent with that. So that's how we do it. So we got 20 categories, I believe. I think we have had as many as 25 or 26 in the past. But it's been, I keep waiting for a bad year, and
they're just not coming.
It's not happening.
Yeah. We've had years that have started off like really slow, and then
I'm glad you bring that up.
Was it like last year or the year before that was like that? Started off like really slow, and then like halfway through it just took off.
Ridiculous. And it's kind of like that this year. That's kind of the fun to me about kind of watching the year unfold, and you kind of see other people. It always starts because it typically starts slow. You see a handful of films, and there's like a drought in the spring, and you start seeing the post. Man, this has been a rough year so far. I'm just like, you gotta wait, man. You gotta wait. And that second half pops up, and especially like the last quarter, like from September on.
That's when things start getting intense.
Fuck. Yeah. So this year is no different.
Especially for us, here, for this winding up for this.
Yeah.
Show, you know what I mean? Like
and you too. I mean, you don't have the time.
Everything throughout the whole year.
That I do. I try to I tell people try to watch films more than once, and you're just trying to get to as many as you can.
Yeah.
To watch even one time, and so there's some work involved in this, right?
Yeah, there definitely is.
We're not just watching movies.
We are
just watching movies.
We are just watching movies.
There's something behind it.
But yes, there's a lot of time and patience you got to put into stuff like that, and I don't know, just digging into it.
Digging in, man. No, I'm not gonna start getting with that shovel and all that stuff. All right, so I think did I cover everything? I think we did, right? I don't think I forgot anything. Think we're ready to start?
I think we're good.
I can't think of anything. My Forsyth, it's very nice. I recommend Forsyth. Does it look good? All right. Yeah. My first award show with short hair.
I like this new you.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not as usually this shrewty. All right. We always kick it off. Actually, somewhat more of a recent addition to the awards category wise. I think I debuted this a couple years ago. This is
a few years
the best label. But I'm gonna actually no, I skipped. I apologize. Skip that. Best releases first, guys. So let's get it going, guys. cut the banner, the ribbon. Dave Coulier, all right. Oh, man, you ought to know, man. You ought to know. All right,
okay, so we're going with
release of the year. This is for all the if you guys are like fans out there of horror and you don't have a big collection and you stream, fine, man. I get it. I mean,
totally cool.
A lot cheaper that way.
I've been mixing that in a lot more.
It's easier and cheaper.
It's a lot more convenient. Sometimes if you can't find something right away or something like that, and it's
So when I come down, I don't mean to come down on streaming. It's like I said, it's easier and cheaper. I'm just coming from a person that loves to, and even you can still love physical media and not have the money to dive into it so much. So I don't mean to put down the streaming because it's very, very cool. Allows access to a lot of films. But I also obviously like to support the physical side. So for all you physical collecting nerds out there, best release of the year, your nominees are. We're getting things going here. So first up, you want to start off? You start.
Yeah, we'll start off. First up, The Killer of Dolls.
Spanish film
by Mondo Macabro.
Have you ever seen that film?
I have not.
First time released. I don't want to say home video. It's had like bootlegs and like some European VHSs, but super cool film. You gotta check that out.
Very cool.
Awesome film. So a lot of us.
Typically like basically anything that Mondo puts out
exactly.
as well.
They do a lot of Euro stuff.
A lot of great choices.
Yeah, I was so happy with that because I have a shitty bootleg of that. Next up, I think they were the label of the year last year. Vinegar Syndrome. A lot of fans out there. I would say call them king of the slipcovers because their slipcovers are just they're thick and they have like
they got the little bevel on there.
What's that slipcover machine? Where'd they get that? How much did one of those go for? Hey, Vinny at Vinegar. Vinny at Vinegar. Where do you get one of those slipcover machines? Anyway, super cool slasher. Again, this was on my list, this very long list. So you collectors realize of a film I wanted to get a nice release. This is the slasher that has Viking versus Grizzly Bear.
Oh shit!
So yeah,
check that one out.
It's awesome. Next up, we both fans of this.
Special one for us.
Speaking of slashers that I've been waiting to see get a release,
The Prey.
We did
by Arrow Video.
We did a review of this.
One of my personal favorites.
I do love that episode, and if you're new to the show or not, go back and watch that one.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That
like watch our review and then watch the Arrow video. I think that'd be really cool.
Yes,
or
absolutely.
in reverse, I think that'd be cool. So
watch our review and then watch this DVD.
Yeah.
But awesome release, cool artwork and everything like that.
Thank you, Arrow.
Yeah,
it's got the original.
There's the original on the inside.
Original artwork.
Awesome.
Yeah. Cucumber and cream cheese sandwiches.
Delicious.
Next up, we have I thought this was cool. Skinner. I just love when kind of like offbeat, obscure films get like super nice treatment, which of course Vinegar Syndrome does often. This is 101 Films, which I only have a few releases by them, but we're not going to open these up and everything. But take my word for it. This is a
real classy looking. Release.
It comes with a booklet.
It's a black and white theme. It looks real like slick.
It's got the reversible. There's the lovely Ted Raimi, Tracy Lords, and Ricky Lake.
Ricky Lake.
So cool slasher, really cool film. But anyway, they also put out a prom night version just like this, beautiful. Yeah, just a super
awesome,
like you said, a classy release.
I just love that classy matte look.
Absolutely,
that to it too. Next up, Santa Sangre.
Alejandro Jodorowsky, great film.
Awesome. This is by Koch Films. Koch.
Don't call me
Koch. But this is a really cool.
It's got stuff.
Really cool box. Like a booklet and the whole. Is that 5 disc?
5 discs.
5 disc.
I've only gone through 3 of them so far, so I still have 2 more. No,
one of them's a soundtrack, so
so
you can throw that in your car.
Yeah, awesome.
But yeah, beautiful cover.
Gorgeous
box. Very classy looking too.
Santa Sangre. A lot of cool films, obviously. And this one by the great Indicator label. We like thick boxes, right?
I like them.
Hammer. They put out several of these. I love that Susan Strasberg's on the front. That's from the film Taste of Fear. So you can see it comes with 4 films. Beautiful. I love when they keep the thick disc as opposed to like making them like
like the little slim line ones.
Yeah, the slim line. Fuck the slim line. Fuck that. All right, cool. Hopefully you guys have a few of those, you collectors. So this is it. We are going to break the seal.
Literally.
All right, this is it, guys. We're officially underway, and it feels good.
Very first winner of the night.
I'm looser now when you kind of get tackled
Yeah,
for the first time in a football game. You know, get that first tackle all the way. So I'm gonna let you kick this off.
Oh, shit. Okay, cool. Thank you. So, winner for best release. The horny goes to The Prey.
The Prey.
Arrow Video.
Woo!
I'm so happy that won. They're all beautiful box sets.
That was probably predictable.
That one holds
Vegas,
a special place.
Vegas people out there putting the odds on the winners here. Yeah, I mean, I had to. That was up there, probably my top 5 most wanted films.
Yeah.
The fact that, we kind of...
we just had like bootlegs and stuff for them for the longest time.
Yeah. That's great.
But, yeah.
The fact that it's kind of... We did a very fun show that we really had fun with.
Yeah.
Cucumbers and cream cheese sandwiches for everybody.
Jokes. Who's he telling jokes of deer?
Wide-mouth frogs. Wide-mouth frogs rejoice out there. You got the first horny in 2019. All right. In correlation with that, best label, or you gotta see how I put it on here in the envelope. The best purveyor of physical media. You like that one?
Beautiful. Eloquently put.
Yeah, I think that's good. I didn't really label, like, come on. So, you're probably wondering.
Yeah, so elaborate on what you mean by best label. What is that?
One may wonder, watching the show, well, if Arrow got the best release, doesn't that mean they're just going to win the best label? Life doesn't work that way.
It's not that simple.
It's not that simple. All right, your nominees for best label are Arrow Video, who are, I guess, would be the favorite right now.
Yeah. Vinegar Syndrome.
Mondo Macabro.
101 Films.
Indicator.
And Severin Films.
Who did not get a nomination for best
on
release, so that's a little interesting. All right, I guess this is me.
So elaborate though. How do you choose?
Yeah, distribution. I guess we'll pick the winner, then I'll explain.
Okay.
The horn it goes to for best purveyor of physical media, or raper of wallets. Seven films.
Nice.
So the underdog.
Didn't get a
Screw you, Vegas.
for a release, but they still got best label.
The thing with that is, I think it's not just one release does not make a label, right? No, Severin put up so many great films, as you guys know. I'll think of some Wax Mask, the Italian film. Put out great slipcovers, great bonus features. I'm trying to think of some other releases that they put out that I really like this year. They did a Giallo, All the Colors of the Dark box set, which a friend of mine pushed me to get because I kind of actually sat on it and fell asleep on it for a while, and I was like, oh, this is actually cool, so I had to find it. Secondary market. They just did Blood on Satan's Claw. They did VIY, the Russian film.
Oh yeah.
Which is awesome. Like, that was the first time anyone released that. Great artwork. So they just did the quantity and quality. They did Uncanny, the Peter Cushing film. So yeah, just a lot of cool stuff. Great service. They always add like shirts and pins they sell too, which some other labels don't do.
Right.
They did that. We're looking behind the camera. The Anthropophagus plush toy. That's by Severin Films.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it's actually right next to the can there on the shelf. So yeah. So I mean, they just go all out. So and they just had a huge year. So while they didn't get a nomination, they could have easily had a nomination for best release. I think overall their whole catalog this year I think was better than the rest. Yeah. So there you go. So you can't predict. You cannot just forget. Can't predict who's going to win. All right, artwork. We love this category. You will see the artwork pop up. It's magical. It's going to happen as we say it here. Live TV, the wonders. You do not know they only knew what was going on behind the scenes, like behind this fourth
There's a lot of shit going on back there.
There are it's like remember the Doozers in Fraggle Rock? It's kind of like that. Only it's just my daughter running around. All right, let's do it. You kick off. Nominees for best artwork.
All right, best artwork. First nominee.
Say that.
What?
Say that word.
Philophobia.
Knife plus Heart.
Lucero.
In Fabric.
Abracadabra.
Arctic. All right. I remember the envelopes this time.
Nice.
Thanks for reminding me earlier, by the way.
Yeah.
Who did that? That's one thing you notice I will never remember is who opened the last envelope. Right? So it's very simple.
All right. The winner for best artwork. 2019.
I wish I had posters for all these. I say that every year. I wish I had space for posters.
Right. Horny goes to Knife Plus Heart.
Knife Plus Heart. The gay
Awesome.
the gay French giallo.
I love that one. The artwork goes so well with,
like a
with the
painting.
film.
We like
I love
painting
the vibe
films.
of it. Gorgeous artwork. I love it.
I don't know if I've ever seen bad artwork for a bad film. I'm sure it happens, but I can't think of. But there's been plenty of bad artwork for great films.
Right.
That's like a common thing. You go to the store or whatever, and you Jesus Christ. And
that's the big thing. Like they will just re-release these like horrible like CGI looking like
nothing that's in the
covers.
film.
Like when you go to like Family Video and stuff, it's just
Walmart.
That's just all that shitty artwork.
The cool thing is, and this doesn't always happen, all this artwork was the artwork that's actually on the release, which is cool.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we'll have these nominees, and the artwork we get is some poster you find on Google, but the release receives some, like we just said, some crappy alternate, whatever. So it's cool that if you are a physical media fan and you don't have any of these films, you're missing some. All the artwork you see is actually the cover of the disc itself,
which also helps region free.
Yep.
Because
many of these.
Like if
that's true.
If you're in the States and you're generally going to get the shitty album artwork that they changed for the States.
Yeah, you're right.
So you can get a lot cooler artwork with a lot of foreign releases.
Vice versa too. Sometimes
generally
generally it's the overseas ones are better. But anyway, all right. So congrats to Knife Plus Heart. There, I can spoil things right now. They're all over the world. On that note.
There's a lot of things all over about
there's a lot all over. Alright, cinematography. If you've seen this before, we always say, we love this category, and it's true.
Yeah.
We love how things look.
Absolutely.
Big fans of the DP, Director of Photography, or Mario Bava Roots. Love a beautiful looking film. It can add so much to it.
It adds so much to the experience of the telling the story and everything like that, and adding to the atmosphere and vibe, and even just sometimes just certain angles and things like that can
eye candy.
Yeah, just adds to the whole experience.
And it has nothing to do when we say obviously to the that's besides if there are any effects. You can be excited about film before you even see any effect or acting, establishing shots, anything like that. Yeah, so it adds so much to a film to make it even better. Yeah. And we're going to give you an amazing list. This is probably one of the longest lists.
Even especially nowadays, like the technology advancements kind of lets like filmmakers explore cinematography more with like drones and things like that.
Oh, absolutely.
It adds all these different more aspects.
That's a great point to bring up too. I think cinematography plays a big part in how the budget. I have a daughter who's a young filmmaker, and you can make a mark. Anyone can make a movie now, and if you can get some nice cinematography, you're already going to make your film look good without having to spend.
It looks a lot more
exactly.
You can buy like a cheap drone or something like that, and then just get big like landscape shots and things like that. So.
In other words, we've seen great looking films with very small budgets that have great cinematography, as you'll see here with a pretty solid wide array of budgets here with this category. But I think it's the first time I've ever seen 8 nominees for cinematography. So we've had a lot of nice looking films this year.
Of beautiful films.
Your nominees for Best Cinematography of 2019, the first nominee is The Lighthouse. I wonder if they'll get another nomination this year.
I don't know. We'll see. Bliss.
Braid.
Headhunter.
The Wind. I wish I had Headhunter beer. That would be nice.
That would be nice. Knife Plus Heart again.
There's another one.
Second.
Involution.
And Possum.
Possum. All right. This is me. All right.
That is you. Yes, it is.
All right. Award for Best Cinematography goes to, and the Horny goes to.
Bangers on that one.
Bangers. Braid.
Yes, Braid. Absolutely, I love that one. Because it was one of the first things I mentioned to you after watching that one.
For you guys who haven't
how
seen
amazing
it,
the cinematography was on that.
so it's definitely one of those films that's been. I've seen a few people praise about,
It's
but
kind of
overall, yeah, it's definitely I would call it overall sleeper. Just quickly, because obviously we've talked about how it looks nice. Obviously, just to quickly point out a particular aspect of the filming is the color correction of the sun. There's a few outdoor scenes, and they did color correction where like they made the leaves on the trees look purple and the grass look blue.
Yeah.
Like so, there's kind of like some experimental.
Yeah,
color
it's kind of
correction,
just
which
like
is
subtle like things that like or
scenery
like,
colored shots.
Yeah,
Just,
things like that.
Like trippy, but like not in the gimmicky way. It looks seamless. Like it's unbelievable looking. Yeah, just if you see the film, hopefully you will. If you haven't, definitely buy it or stream it. It's a great film, as you'll see in these other categories coming up.
Yeah, I really love it.
But you'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. It needs, for you physical guys, what sucks is it doesn't have a Blu-ray release, which really sucks.
Is it really not?
No, because obviously it's up for cinematography. I'd like to see. Not that the DVD's bad, but, you know, it'd be nice to have a Blu-ray.
Strange, though.
I know, it sucks.
But
anyway, congrats.
Yeah, absolutely. Well deserved.
So you would agree with me on that one? Had you picked that? Possibly?
That definitely. I would definitely agree with that one. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, like but like I said, there's some real bangers on that one.
There's no wrong answers.
There really is no wrong answer.
I will stop short of saying that.
But I have no qualms with that.
This isn't kindergarten. Everyone is not a winner. So score, one of our faves, of course, too, and
again, us being musicians and things like that.
Score is huge. I think it's
obviously we look at movies, movies and audio
like records. You know.
Yeah, they kind of go hand in hand together with how the whole experience of it.
I think a score can leave such an impact.
Yeah.
Like obviously cinematography and effects can, but I think the score is something that you think about the next day. Like,
it can easily ruin.
Yeah, or the other way. Yeah, you can look at it the other way.
And it can also, like you said,
completely enhance it.
Bring it to another level.
We got another 7 here, and I will say that what's really cool about this is most, not all, but most of these nominees have released a vinyl version, so that's cool.
Oh, nice.
Because there's often times where we'll have one of these, and we're vinyl guys, so damn, I wish that was on vinyl. So I think 4 or 5 of 7 of these nominees have vinyl. In case you are a vinyl person out there, so your nominees for best score: Arctic,
Climax,
Bliss, a lot of one-word titles.
A Knife Plus Heart,
Video Man,
Abracadabra,
and The Lighthouse. The repeat offenders are beginning to come in. All right,
dude, Knife Plus Heart, dude, they're
early.
Yeah, working their way in, man.
All right.
Cool, I got the score. So,
even if you don't want to see all these films, go look up their scores.
Let's check out the albums, man. The Horny for best score goes to Video Man.
Video Man. You know what I always fail to do every year, though, when I say I'm going to do it, is to get like some of the actual writers of the score, and I always fail to do that. Like who is one of the main musicians. I mean, sometimes it's like multiple people, but oftentimes
get them on the show.
No, I mean say who they are.
Like who actually did it.
Yeah, that getting them on the show would be cool too. So whoever did the Video Man, no, there's a few different people, including Moto Boy, which is we're talking about him earlier.
Moto Boy.
So yeah, cool. Yeah, one of those many synth-driven scores, but I just to me it added so much to the film.
It added a lot to that,
that film.
There's a lot of movies that try doing the synth thing because
right.
that definitely became a big trend that goes on, but that's also one thing that you got to get just right.
Yeah.
You got to have the right vibe and everything like that. It's got to work well.
And the VHS angle of the film, it worked really good with it.
Yeah, for sure.
If you don't know the film, because there's another film I too many people talk about, Video Man, basically about a guy. He used to run. It's a Swedish film. He used to run a VHS shop in the 80s, and he kind of wants to do it again, but he's gotten into some financial trouble. He's kind of a failed guy. He's had a failed marriage. Anyway, he has some debts, and he ends up scoring this awesome. It's cool. It's a zombie VHS tape, like Falchi Zombie or whatever, and it's like worth someone offers him like 10 grand for it or something. He ends up losing it, and so he's freaking out. There ends up being kind of like a a collector killer on the loose, and it's kind of basically a play on a giallo.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
In the world of VHS collecting, which is really cool, but it's also kind of a love story. Anyway, it's an awesome film. An older cast too. It's not like young people. It's guys kind of like middle aged.
Yeah.
The whole great performances, and obviously I love the score. And I just seeing
it's a cool like nod to, folks like us who
physical,
are,
exactly.
collectors.
We'll probably talk about later. There's a
just
couple
horror nerds and
conversations
stuff
in
like
the
that,
film that
but,
are really awesome. But yeah, we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But great
Cool.
score. Check it out. Effects.
We're already done with
all these
already.
visuals and audio, sensory overload. It's like the sensory section of the awards, right? So the best effects, we're talking gore effects, we're talking creature effects, we're also talking makeup effects. Any effects, right?
It's general effects, except for digital effects.
Right, thank you. And you're like, what? We got something against digital effects? Yeah, no one's going to win on here because, it has its place, people. I'm just not a fan of it in the genre, okay? If you were just Spider-Man, he's jumping around cities, fine. Yeah. But
there's a time and place. Generally, horror is not one of them. So this is an ode to all the folks still.
They're artists,
old school, doing it the old school.
And there's a lot of talented young and old people out there doing this. Give them work, and this is what we celebrate.
It's a lot of time and passion put into stuff like that.
It's artistry.
Instead of just sitting in front of a computer, this is getting your hands fucking dirty and actually making real shit.
We do not wash our hands on this show. Your nominees for Best Effects of 2019, another great list. We'll start off with Headhunter.
Border, first appearance.
One Must Fall, first appearance.
The Furries,
first appearance. Satanic Panic, first appearance.
Bliss.
That's a couple for them.
Yeah.
And Rabbit, first appearance. So some newbies, some introductory nominations here. So, we got a nice list there. Did I miss one? Is it me?
That's you.
Alright. Best effects is a big one. A lot of hard work goes into this.
Yeah, a lot of these incredible effects in a lot of these ones.
The Horny goes to Bliss.
Yeah.
Indie film.
Awesome.
Man, there's some gnarly.
Oh my god.
Alex, I don't want to get anyway with particular scenes, but which one are you talking about? Because there's a few.
Well, kind of the.
As long as you don't say okay.
You can't say the final one.
Yeah.
But that was
the arm. How about the arm one? It's like a very good arm. Do you remember?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's lots of great. This one is of the gore variety.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
If you love your gore, I wouldn't say this film is not like a gore fest or anything, but when they
go for it.
It's
not overly gore, but when they do, it kind of is.
And maybe it is a gore fest.
Yeah.
But it's not like one of those ones where like that's the first thing you think about the film. No, it's not that. But it's obviously one of Horny.
There's a lot going on in that one though too.
Yeah, that's a whole other show. Anyway, again, I wish I could have the names of the people involved with the artistry of the gore effects, but you know who you are, as if you're watching. All right. So, yeah. Next up. Leave that in. Hope. All right, sorry, we got some vape juice, vape clouds. Some clouds going on here.
Yeah, we're chucking clouds in here.
Forecast calls for clouds. High of 44 today. I feel like a weatherman. I feel like a politician. I feel like a preacher. I feel like Dwight Schrute. I don't feel like any of those things right now. I want my hair back. All right. We are now into the individual awards, the individual section. This is when things get awkward typically. Because we don't know how to pronounce.
This next category is where I would like to get individual with some,
with
some of these.
Heyo. Apparently,
I think you know where we're heading with this.
Everybody, free people who get offended by a couple of guys talking about good-looking women, go do something. I don't know. Go take care of your kids or wash your car or I don't know. Read the Bible. This is the Carolina.
You're probably putting them to bed now anyway.
Yeah, this is about that time where it gets a little raunchy.
Go put your kids to bed now.
And then bring them back when the best low budget comes. or for Best Picture at the least. All right, so Caroline Bang-Award. I guess I should explain it quickly for new. I'm not gonna bother. They're not gonna care. Caroline Bang is a Spanish actress who won the award a couple times, and we basically
we just renamed the award
after her because she was like.
So we retired her.
Mm-hmm. Coincidentally enough, I don't think an opportunity. No, there was. There was a Shrews Nest that she was in that. She could have been nominated. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Ready to butcher some names. For Caroline Bang, a.k.a. the Hottest Babe Award.
Babe.
Your nominations are. This is her first one. Here's a pretty known actress. Mia Wasikowska. Does that sound right?
Wasikowska.
Is that right? From Piercing, which was done by the director of Eyes of
My Mother?
My Mother. who just did, I believe, a really shitty remake of The Grudge. It's like
she did that?
He did that.
Oh God.
Not her, the director.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like I think he's in that Hollywood. Unfortunately, the Hollywood.
Sad.
Yeah, machine. But anyway, she was in that. Or no, she was not in The Grudge. She was in Crimson Peak.
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland. Several films. Anyway, so it was cool to see her in a genre film, and she looked great.
Whoa. Vera Vilo.
Vera Vilo, my girl.
Toughland.
Super cool Finnish film.
Finnish.
Yes, awesome.
How many Finnish films have we had on the show?
A couple. It's not the first one. I can tell you what the last one was, but
they're not very common.
Was Thelma maybe? No, that was Norwegian. I don't know. That's possible. Anyway.
Cool to see Finland though.
Yeah, all over the world. That's another thing that's cool about the genre, right? Everywhere.
Yeah,
We've
absolutely.
had. I didn't shout out to our Turkish fans, everybody.
Oh yeah, what's up, guys?
Hey guys, Turkey. All right. Who have won Best Foreign a couple years ago for Baskin, and last year they took home the Best Picture Award for Housewife.
Hell yeah.
All right. Anyway, Suhaila Yakub. Climax.
Dora Madison Bliss.
That's a little easier. Claudia Molina Lucero.
Nice.
Here it is.
Oh,
here it is. There's for you old time horny fans out there. You know, there's always just kind of one of those shocking names.
We've had Mandy Moore show up.
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke show up.
The guy we always forget from 902 or what was it? Ian Austin.
Brian Austin Green.
Brian Austin Green. Yeah. So,
had a couple. So next, continuing
this
that
may
trend,
be the biggest one of all, right?
Selena Gomez.
Wow.
Yeah, for The Dead Don't Die.
There's probably a few people who are like, what movie was she in? That's Dead Don't Die.
It was The Dead Don't Die.
The shorts did it, I'm sorry.
And she was wearing a shorts.
Shorts get me all every time. Yuzuki Akiyama! One cut of the dead.
Proud of some proper form there.
There, he's getting
Appreciate
off, so
that.
I'm going to have to run this. Alright, Caroline Bang, and the horny goes to Dora Madison Bliss.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Tell your folks.
See that? I appreciate that because she got real.
You see a lot of her.
You see a lot of her, and it's bloody and dirty. Man.
When the director asks, she says, "Sure." This next category it's fairly new, and it's kind of become one of my favorites.
Did we do the first one last year? Was last year the first one? Or was it
either last year or the year before? But anyway, Hope, my daughter, came up with this, and it's one of my favorites. Best ensemble cast.
Yeah, great category. I love this one.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Because oftentimes you and I will say, "What a cast that was," or so we kind of.
Yeah.
I'm a little upset I didn't come up with it myself. That's what I'm trying to say. So best ensemble cast speaks for itself. So your nominees are, man, again, Knife plus Heart.
Killing it. Pledge.
That's the first.
Appearance.
All right. One Must Fall.
Video Man.
The Dead Don't Die. Jim Jarmusch.
And Parasite.
Another introduction.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We got some newbies here. Ensemble cast, again, speaks for itself.
A lot of ensemble cast for a lot of different reasons.
Exactly.
You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? Some of them are
some are good actors, some are okay actors, and some are good characters. Anyway,
cool.
I must say, to me, an ensemble cast, it's got to be 3 or more. I just want to make that clear.
Okay, yeah.
I think two's fucking pushing it.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Since it's still new, you should
what's
maybe
ensemble?
elaborate. Yeah,
what is an ensemble? What is it to you guys?
So I guess to us, 3 or more.
3 or more.
Great characters, interact well, make the film better.
A menage a trois or more.
So, the horny.
2 people does not make an orgy.
And
it certainly doesn't make an ensemble cast either. All right.
Ensemble cast. The horny.
Second or third time ever, I don't know.
2. I want to say it's the second, but
probably right.
I could be wrong. Wow. Knife plus.
Oh!
Damn!
The second?
Second
Right,
award for
artwork.
the night.
Right, they got artwork. All right.
Artwork and ensemble.
So that guy, I
cast.
wish I knew his name. He only tells us his moniker, that chubby guy who knows all the history. We love you. Tell us your real name. He knows.
Just
He's going to be
tell us,
like,
man.
all right, Knife plus Heart, they got 2. They got
Don't
4
hide
more
in
to
the
go.
shadows anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, come be with us.
Vacuum 1235. What kind of name screen name is that? Knife plus Heart.
Amazing cast.
They're all gay.
Every one of them?
Every character in that movie is gay. No, not necessarily in real life, but the characters are anyway.
Oh,
so.
okay. I thought that's what you meant.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right. Obviously, these are, I guess I would call them character-driven films because obviously the emphasis is on the cast. But I mean, adds so much to the film when you have a group of, and there are times when there can be maybe too many. I guess The Dead Don't Die. They have a huge cast.
Yeah.
The cool thing about that film that surprised me, though, I thought it was going to be a lot of cameos, but they actually are all kind of featured characters.
Yeah, for real, yeah.
Steve Buscemi, Tom Waits.
Yeah.
Caleb Landry Jones.
Adam Driver was
Oh my
amazing.
gosh.
Selena Gomez, gotta mention that.
I mean, it didn't win, but we're just kind of telling you that's probably if there was a biggest cast award, Dead Don't Die.
Huge cast.
But Knife plus Heart, obviously, and I think you and I agree with this. When we come up with this category, we prefer likable casts and characters.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that adds way more than
that's a huge part of it. I think.
I like to care about the people I'm watching.
Absolutely.
For the most part.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of films, even good films, where you just like, I hate everyone I'm watching. You know, these are all. I think all these casts.
It takes you out a little bit.
Yeah.
When
you care about
have like
an interest, invested interest in what happens in the future.
And if it just feels natural between the cast, like you feel like they're all really in this situation together.
I kind of go. I want to hang out with them. And Knife plus Heart, which is quickly to say because it's 1-2. It's a giallo, throwback, but it's about a director who directs cheap gay porno films, and a killer ends up plucking off the cast members one by one. Anyway, in case you're wondering, like, what's Knife plus Heart? There's 1-2 awards. That's what it's about.
Amazing.
So what I'm trying to say is, I love to be in one of those porns. Because look, that cast is great. That cast is great. So all right, congrats, another one. So yeah, great cast. So, and in that, I like this next category is from that kind of spawned the Best Character Award.
Yeah.
Which last year,
which differs
Adorable
from
Man from what's the movie? The New Year's Eve movie. The Adorable. I forget the name. Night of the Virgin.
Oh, was it a New Year's movie?
Yeah, New Year's Eve. He went out and.
Oh shit! I forgot
anyway,
about
so that
dude. Oh,
he was the first inaugural. What were you gonna say? I interrupted you.
I was just saying like how you differentiate Best Character from Best Actor and Actress.
You're saying should the winner of Best Ensemble Cast get the Best Character? Is what you're saying? Kind of like the label and release.
Just kind of how they all play together. Where Ensemble Cast is just the best overall
group, as opposed to one
character
singular.
is actually just like a singular character in a film, which differs from actors and actresses.
And again, like the label and release, they don't go hand in hand because life doesn't work that way. All right, your nominees for Best Character, individual character in a film. So this is crazy because you have the film, the actor, and then their character name. So this was a bitch to prep for. The Cleansing, Rebecca Aycock, as she played Alice. I wrote it in reverse. Nice. It should be Alice as played by, but I suck.
One Must Fall. Julie Strebel, who plays Sarah.
Video Man, Victor von Schrock. He played Oscar.
Knife plus Heart again. Wow. Nicholas Maury, who plays Archibald.
The Dead Don't Die. Caleb Landry Jones, who won Best Actor for Antiviral a few years back. So it was super cool seeing him as Bobby, a.k.a. Frodo. Very funny role.
Cool seeing him in Twin Peaks when that came out too.
Oh, I
made a little appearance in that one
I
too.
love him.
The Lighthouse, Willem Dafoe as Thomas.
First time on the Hornies.
Fucking Willem Dafoe.
And Pledge, another one, Zachary Bird, who played Justin, the character Justin. All right. I didn't bother with last names. I think that was a good call.
Good enough.
He played Justin what? In time for this award. Best character.
Just in case.
Just in case I forgot to grab the name. The Hornet goes to. Oh shit! You said.
Ooh,
You have to.
There we go. Willem Dafoe, The Lighthouse.
The name
Willem Dafoe
was
is just incredible.
Thomas. He was
Thomas.
fucking adorable. Let's
He
cut the
really
bullshit.
he was.
There's this little stumpy, bearded, piratey
It's those little beady eyes.
sailor
too.
lighthouse. Oh my god! I could literally watch him in that film, just sit there and read to me, like in that he had that pirate, like kind of the Irish pirate voice. But anyway, God, that's
Or just a whole long scene of them just having dinner together.
Oh,
it was just a
absolutely.
whole movie.
I mean, it's a dialogue-driven film, so I mean, like you
because
said,
you could do
it's
that.
pretty much two characters.
Yeah.
So he had a lot of scenes to chew, and he chewed it hard. He chews so hard. He's got broken teeth, a couple chipped teeth because he chewed that scene. All right. Anyway,
Yeah, so
quickly
Will,
on a couple of the other.
how's that feel? All the films you've been in, all the Spider-Man and everything like that, and you just won a fucking horny.
For essentially an art house indie horror film,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah, so that's awesome. That's where the
You made it. You
that's where the
finally
gold
made
comes
it.
from. Quickly, a couple other notes we mentioned. Caleb Landry Jones. This was more of his first. He's typically more of a serious, like characters in the past. This one was definitely a comedy, so he was very funny. It's like a gas station movie memorabilia guy.
Yeah.
So it was really funny.
Sort of
to
like
see.
a horror nerd kind
Yeah,
of
horror
dude.
nerd. Definitely cool seeing that. Quickly, Video Man. Oh, we'll bring this up. A few years back, Lost After Dark. Really cool throwback slasher.
Yeah.
We introduced the adorable fat guy category, which only consisted of one guy, and it was a guy from.
We made it specifically just for him.
Just for him.
That
Anyway,
one
we
character.
could have had that category this year because Victor Von Schreck from Video Man played Oscar, is adorable and is a little chubby, and Zachary Bird from Pledge played Justin, is also adorable and chubby.
Yeah.
And I just want to quickly say, him in Night Plus Heart, that is a great scene. We talk about. There was a lot of movie nights in that film where the lead guy who owns the VHS shop, he'll have movie nights. Yeah, Video Man, sorry. He has movie nights with his friends.
Yeah.
And they'll watch horror or exploitation movies. And he meets up with the chubby friend. And they have some great debates there's a brilliant debate about Fulci and Argento. There's a debate about sitting too close, how far away the couch should
Yeah,
be
you
to
need to
the,
sit in a
the
specific
screen.
spot for the perfect ratio of screen.
There's a great about a nude scene. I forget the actress's name right now off the top of my head, but Roosevelt Neri. So yeah, there's some excellent for you guys, just you horror fans out there.
If you're
having movie
a
nights with
deep
your
horror
buddies.
fan, watch like.
And he was a big part of that. There's just a brilliant scene with him and how they debate. He was excellent, great character. It's one of your cute, adorable, chubby friends. And you go over and drink pop and have
We
soda
watched
and-
that together, so I think that was kind of like
that's excellent.
I think that's the best way to watch that one is get some of your best horror buddies together and watch
Absolutely.
it together.
It can't help but make you smile. Anyway, so congrats to who the fuck won this? Willem Dafoe. Okay, how can I forget already? All right, on to the best. And that we cruise right smoothly into best actor. Your nominees are for best actor: King Ho Song, Parasite. It's my favorite song.
That Ho song?
My favorite kind of song. The King Ho.
I love good Ho song.
In different area codes.
Got Ho's different area codes. Scott Pathrus, I think. I Trapped the Devil.
First one for that. He was in, for you astute nerds, just like we talked about, horror nerds. He was in the awesome film The Signal from many years back.
Yeah.
Another New Year's Eve film. Robert Pattinson, The Lighthouse.
Oh man.
He's kind of
another big name.
He's kind of a regular in genre films though now. I think
He's
over the
becoming
last
that way,
over the last few years. So he's not really a shocker as you would have maybe thought before.
He's kind of going the different direction.
Absolutely. He
He
started as like this
big and then
big,
just
exactly.
went. which is awesome.
Which is cool because he's in fact a great actor. So.
It's Willem Dafoe for The Lighthouse.
Dafoe? The fuck? Zachary Bird. Pledge. 2 in a row for both those guys.
Oh, I got this.
Oh shit! Sorry, buddy.
Baikali Ganambar. I'm very sorry. For The Nightingale.
If you said it quick, you would have nailed it. No apologies. I think you nailed it. You just said it.
Baikali Ganambar.
There you go. It's my favorite candy bar.
I don't know.
The Horny goes to for best actor. You actually. I gave you the last one, but you're supposed to read this one. Best actor. A lot of great performances.
Ooh. Kang Ho Song.
Yeah. Parasite.
Nice. Killer, man. Congrats.
Great fucking character. Great character and great, obviously, performance. And they go hand in hand, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bringing the character to life. Yeah, so great character in Parasite, great performance. Another great cast was in that film. All right, congrats. Now we, of course, naturally go to Best Actress. I've said that I'm not going to say the same thing every year, but I think the horror genre provides actresses great roles. I even think more so the roles are stronger for females than males in the genre.
Yeah, I feel so as well.
Year in and year out, we talk about it all the time. Females carry these films, and they're also very well written characters, which is really cool. And I think in saying that, we've seen bigger name actresses end up in these roles, and maybe they realize, hey, as we see these bigger budget horror films, which will lead us to a category coming up soon, we're seeing bigger budget films that aren't just shitty remakes, and it's providing some really profound roles for females, and you're going to see examples of that right off the bat right here, where they're nominees for Best Actress.
Absolutely.
Nominees are, there's one right here, Lupita Nyong'o for Us, which is Jordan Peele's follow-up to Get Out, and that's a big budget one, and she was amazing in a dual role.
Yeah, great actress. Caitlin Gerard for The Wind.
A couple for The Win. Eva Melander, Border, another one for Border.
Nice. Florence Pugh.
Yeah, I assume it's a silent age, I would guess.
From Midsummer.
Lena Nilsson, Video Man, once again.
Nice. Samara Weaving for Ready or Not.
Fairly well-known actress, pretty big budget. Claudia Molina, Lucero, again. Lucero.
Ava Preston, I'll Take Your Dead.
Yeah, first one for that one. She is I would say, she's a very young actress, if you've seen the film. I would guess her age, maybe 12, 13, around there. So,
wow.
So I always love, we've definitely had some younger actors over the years, and it's always great to see, and I love rewarding that. All right, so the Horny goes to
another cool category from a bunch of different budgets.
I mean, that shows it right there. Absolutely. From all over the world, you have bigger budget ones like Midsummer and Us, and foreign ones.
It's a big diverse category.
Here we go. Yeah, we got indie, you got big budget, you got foreign. They're all represented here. The Horny goes to for Best Actress. Is this me?
That's you.
I don't care anymore. Florence Pugh, Midsummer. The follow-up to Hereditary. We haven't talked that quickly.
We haven't talked about that yet.
Ari Aster. Loved it. 2 for 2. Unfortunately, I think he's going to go away from the genre, at least for the next film or two, but hopefully he will return. But just quickly,
which I'm okay with, as long as he still comes back.
Yeah, come back to us.
Come back and don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up.
Go make some shitty. Go get some paychecks.
Don't do a remake.
Yeah.
Don't do any of that shit.
So quickly on her, I just want to say, the first time I saw that film, I believe it starts with like her audio. She's on like a phone call or something. And, like right off the bat, there's something about her voice. She has that like friend voice, like you know what I mean. Like she has a very like distinct voice, but just like a voice that's very comforting to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
No, I know.
And like the film starts with that, and I immediately like, I like this chick. Because I've never seen her before in a film. I mean, I think it's one of her first like big roles. But and then as someone who suffers from anxiety very badly, obviously both his films are very kind of like anxiety driven, and I think this role and her performance epitomizes just very, you know, she keeps cracking up and crying and just freaking out. She's gone through stuff in her personal life. So there's obviously some mental things going on, and I just think she nailed it so much. It really hit home with me.
Really,
she's just constantly like just an amazing performance, and
She put herself into a lot.
Absolutely.
Like she's like really went in for it.
I really feel like she took that script and just like I can only imagine. But anyway, Florence, she seems really cool. I follow her on Instagram, so
I'm very proud
we're
of
like
you.
friends. We're friends on Instagram. I follow her, so there you go. Congratulations, Florence.
Yeah, congrats, man.
All right,
Amazing
best
job.
director.
So now we're starting into
Yeah, we're starting to get pretty heavy right
some
here.
big names.
Filmmakers. Your nominees are for best director: Robert Eggers, The Lighthouse. By the way, he did The Witch.
Second appearance on the show.
Mm-hmm.
How do you say the last name? Gaspar.
No, yeah.
Gaspar Noe.
Mhm.
Noe. Climax.
He did a bunch of films. That's his first time, coincidentally, in the Hornies. He did, of course, Irreversible and Enter the Void. One of my favorite modern filmmakers. Good, cool to see him on here. Joe Begos, not sure if that's correct. Bliss, another one for Bliss. So much better than his debut, The Mind's Eye. Remember that one? That was on
Did
a
I see
movie
that
day.
one?
Yeah, that was on our movie day one time.
Oh, right, yeah, yeah,
Kind
okay,
of,
yeah, I
honestly,
remember
kind of
that
a
one.
disappointment. Anyway.
Yeah, that was. Wow, that's a
Yeah,
huge
yeah.
leap.
The jump.
Huge leap for him.
Had a great
good
cast.
on you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good on you.
No sophomore slump on that.
No. Jordan Downey, Headhunter.
Excellent.
Awesome one. I love that one.
Bong Joon-ho!
Bong Joon-ho.
Parasite. I'm sorry.
Fucking
I apologize.
Bong-ho.
I apologize.
I'm go for Bong Ho. Oh, I get
Sometimes I disappoint myself.
I get this one, dude. Mitzi Pierron.
I like that.
Pierron.
Braid.
Braid. For Braid.
Another one for Braid.
Second nomination,
Excellent.
I think.
Female filmmakers. Fuck yeah. Alright.
Oh, yeah, that is new.
Best director. And all the big names over
Best
the years.
director.
Cian Sono.
Yeah, who else have we
I
had?
can't think of another one.
No.
That's like the first one that came to mind.
Big hobo.
Jason Eisner. He didn't win, but
Mitzi Pierron.
All right.
Braid. Amazing.
I want to say that's
What?
the second or third female director to win. The director of Babadook
won?
1 year, and then the director of Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. I don't remember if she won that year, but she was nominated. Shelby got. Did she win that year? Who?
Girl Walks Home. Did that win something?
It was nominated for Best Foreign that year. I don't
Okay.
think it won though. I think True Love Waits won that year. Look at me, nerd of the Hornies, huh? Anyway, congrats, Misty Perone.
Yeah.
Great film.
Amazing.
Awesome job.
Yeah, it was so good.
Awesome. She's great. She's on this Instagram too. All right, here we go. Best theatrical. This is a category that I guess I would say I'm proud to have, and this is I think the third year of that. Which
Yeah, this is
so
a fairly
awesome.
newer one too,
Fairly new,
because generally it's a pretty dead category for something,
But
for this stuff. But over
so
the
happy.
like
that-
you were just saying, I think like a category or two beforehand that is becoming a lot more popular and mainstream to make films like these that are really good.
that have good roles that people are
Yeah,
going
they
to
have
want.
good roles for stuff like that.
So if an agent calls you, hey Finchy, so I got this. You play kind of an anxiety-riddled, person who's had a traumatic past. Yeah, man. Ari Aster's directing. Fuck yeah.
Exactly.
Joe Begos.
Exactly.
Yeah. My eyes suck, but Bliss is great.
So it's
attractive. I
it's
think,
amazing.
again.
It's awesome for us as fans, I guess,
As we can
to
actually
be
go
able
the theater
to
and
go
see
out
great
to a
film.
theater like we used to do back in the day,
Yep.
and go out
Absolutely.
and see an awesome horror movie in the theaters.
It's my most proud category now, which is cool.
Yeah.
And like I
It's
said,
great- it's
we're a
great that
couple
we
years
have
deep
this.
now on this, and it's great. And it's literally only getting better.
It's
I
only
don't want to
getting
spoil anything, but I just want to say this. Keep in mind when I list these nominees that if you're nominated for Best Picture, you cannot be nominated for another category. I'm just putting that out there. Your nominees for Best
Just gonna
Theatrical.
slip that in there.
Because I think this might ruffle some feathers, this list. Theatrical, Ready or Not.
Here I come. Us.
The House That Jack Built. First one?
Yeah.
Lars von Trier. That's the director of that film.
And The Nightingale.
We've had a few here. Yeah. All right. So proud.
We got four of them on there.
You can go to the theater, get a popcorn, and you don't have to watch Adam Sandler or a remake. We're talking about Oscar nomination for him, man.
For Adam Sandler for that one?
For that
the gem?
The gem, yeah.
Uncut Gems. It could be good.
I'm sure it could. The Horny goes to for best theatrical. The House That Jack Built. I have to quickly say you did not get to see this one.
I did. I missed that one.
You will though. I almost said Matt Damon. Jesus, Matt Dillon.
I was gonna say that.
Really? Matt Dillon, super cool seeing him. I've always been a fan of him, but I want to quickly say, like, you know, throughout the year, I'm trying to do my best to get all these films, and as I've said before, every film you see nominated here, I own physically, so I put my wallet where my mouth is, and it tastes disgusting.
I've seen you do it. It's gross.
Yeah, I did it just to prove a point. It's like sucking soap when you swear when you were a kid. But no, I own all these. Anyway, so I was going to get honestly wasn't too excited about this film. Lars von Trier is very hit or miss for me. I really loved Antichrist, but some of the other ones, Melancholia, they're okay. He's just one of those kind of provocative, artsy directors that either like it or you don't. Yeah. But, so, I mean, I wanted to see House of Jack Built, but I was going to grab the French release because they had a really cool cover. Anyway, in the summer, but I pushed it back. Long story short, last couple weeks, a buddy of mine, you know who you are, says, listen, dude, you got to see House of Jack Built. So I finally saw it because I was actually going to let it slide. And I'm glad I did it. Here we go.
That's probably where I was at, too.
Yeah, I didn't probably work. I just, the storyline, kind of serial killer story, I was like, you know. But anyway, I'm glad I did. Thank you for the push. You know who you are. And here we go. It ends up winning Horny. So I'm excited for you to see it. I think you'll really love it. Yeah. Very artistic, gory, practical effects. I applaud you for that, Lars.
Is it been released?
It has it has a French and UK release, and the Region 1 release comes out in a couple weeks. I think Screen Factory's coming out. So there you go. Congrats. All right, we got
awesome.
Best Slasher, getting into the individual film awards, and I'm proud to say that this has been a regular now. Each and every year, there has, at least for the last few years, there's been enough slashers to warrant a category. Your nominees are Haunt, a Halloween slasher, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's super cool. Banana Splits.
Which unfortunately you didn't get to see it, right? But man, dude, I can't believe this ended up being cool, man. You gotta see it. It's that old 60s, right? 60s, like, character. Yeah, it's super fun.
I kept seeing, like, the artwork for it. I'm like, that looks amazing.
I had to. I almost, practical effects, super fun. Trick. Another Halloween slasher. Trick.
You got hose, tricks and hose.
Omar Epps. He did not get a Best Actor nominee, but dude, you should have seen me watching that movie. I was like, come on, man, I want to nominate you for Best Actor. And not to say he wasn't good, because he was, but was nice.
He just didn't break that. Next up, Made Me Do It.
The Furries. And lastly,
Save Yourself.
Which actually has a really cool cast too of indie people. Tristan Risk. I'm gonna forget someone else. Yeah, a lot of good like underground indie actresses. I'm forgetting the main one. She was nominated last year for Best Actress for, and the beers are really kicking in right now. I'm not remembering anything. Anyway, I'll remember it later. Her name. She's a pretty big indie actress. Her name is Jessica Cameron. All right, she's awesome. Anyway, she was in that. Here we go. The Horny goes to for Best Slasher. That's me. Thank you. Made Me Do It.
Awesome. I didn't see that one.
I must say it's more of
explain why you picked that
the psychological variety. I think I really like this one. It's actually a pretty unnerving film. The lead actor is kind of kind of slow. So like,
what do you mean? What do you mean, kind of slow?
Not retarded or anything.
No, wait. What do you? No.
He's had a like really shitty home. It's definitely one of the more psychological driven thrillers, as opposed to some of these other ones are your typical like hack and slash films. This one's a lot more cerebral, and he actually almost gave him Best Actor nomination. But super good, dark film, low budget, but super cool, great ending. But definitely more of kind of like the mental illness side, psychological side, which is really cool. Yeah, like really downbeat film. Haven't really heard too many people talk about it. Go check it out. Yes, it's on DVD, so it's there. Furries too is another one. Just quickly check it out. It only has a French release right now, but I'm pretty sure there's a UK or German Blu-ray coming up soon that has great masks, some good performances, and I think it was nominated for Best Gore Effects. So, so another great year in slashers. And here we go. I'm excited about this one. I'm gonna say it right now. 2019.
Did we have one last year?
No, you're right. We did not. This category,
Fell
which
off
I
last
think,
year.
I think every year we've had it until last year. Last year was the first time
It was a
so
flop last
it was
year.
so barren and dry that there was no. So this is the return of this category. I'm really happy. Not only have they returned, it's fucking 8 films.
It's a
I
stack.
love all of these. And to be honest with you, and you might agree with me, this is actually my least favorite category. Like generally speaking.
Generally,
Because
yes.
it's tough to get this right.
They've been
Am I right?
been overdone. They always compare it to the same like 5 movies.
You know what I'm
oh,
saying.
it's like this and this, and it's never. And
There's
it
not
never
a lot of
is.
diversity.
Yeah.
But this, like, talk about a comeback year. We were talking about best comedy, or we call it cheddar film. Yeah, what a comeback! I'm so happy. Like, this literally got me excited. I know I messaged you. I was like, messaged a couple buddies of mine. Like, man, this has been a great year for comedies. And like I said, or I think in the past, a lot of time horror comedy it's tough to get right because it's a balance, right?
It definitely is.
You need to have enough comedic elements, and of course, the comedic elements have to actually be funny. They have to hit their spot. But you still want some horror elements too. So it's like I get that it's really tough.
You gotta have a good cast.
Absolutely.
Actors.
And oftentimes, I think it just ends up being really slapsticky.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, and
it's real easy for it to get cheesy real quick.
Absolutely. So it's tough to get it right. I think a lot of them are just like zom-coms, and so it's just I don't know. It seems to be a very uninspired subgenre. But I'm proud to say that it's back this year. Not only is it back, I think these 8 films are fantastic. You should own them, and it's really diverse in the way they do the comedy. A lot of black comedies, darker humor. You do have some slapstick stuff, but it's just really diverse, and I highly recommend all these films. Your nominees for Best Comedy: In Fabric,
The Dead Don't Die,
Harpoon,
Philophobia again,
it's a couple of One Cut of the Dead,
Satanic Panic,
a couple of repeats. There's a new one, Double Date. Remember that Double Date?
How can I forget? And lastly, The Night Sitter.
So we got a couple new ones here. Yeah, like I said, there's some like laugh out loud funny films here, but there's also just kind of like some damn that's dark, but that's funny.
Yeah.
And you got a real stylish one, In Fabric, which is I would say that's a stylish film.
Yeah, it looks kind of like Argento-ish or whatever.
Yeah, but it's like you're just kind of like wow.
It's like whoa.
All right, here we go.
Right.
I'm so proud of this category this year.
Horny for Best Comedy.
It's better than Shaun of the Dead. I'm gonna say it right here. That's
Stop
another.
it.
That shows
Stop
how
it.
weak it is too as a subgenre. Because the only film that ever gets referenced is Shaun of the Dead. Because Shaun of the Dead is the only horror comedy ever made.
It's always Shaun of the Dead meets this.
Exactly.
And it never is.
Or this year's Shaun of the Dead.
Stop
right?
that. But the Horny for Best Comedy 2019 goes to One Cut of the Dead.
Yes. I'll say
That
it
was
right now.
that
You
was a
saw
lot.
that one?
Yeah.
But let's say this, right? The best thing about this film is I don't want to say anything about it because I think that's the best way to watch it. Do you agree?
The best thing is to not say anything.
Right. Do you agree? Like, if you had not seen it, just put it in and watch it. Like, if you're out there and you haven't seen it, I think it's best to not know.
For sure. Yeah. If you don't know if you don't know about it yet, just watch.
Exactly.
Just fucking watch it.
Just fucking buy it, then just fucking watch it.
Just fucking buy it and then just fucking.
You know what I'm
watch
saying?
It's,
Am I right?
it's a lot of fun. If you don't know what you're getting into, it's a lot of fun. It takes a lot of twists that you don't really expect, that I didn't expect. And it was just really well done, and it was
Low budget,
yes,
too. I mean, it's not a big
clever.
budget film.
Yeah.
Yeah, clever,
It was
creative.
very, very clever. I don't know. That was big.
I was exhausted after watching it. You know what I mean?
It was like
a lot went into this film.
It was
You know?
a bit hectic.
Yeah, I can't imagine the script. Like, whoever wrote that script, like if you've seen it, you know what I'm saying. If you haven't seen it, I hope you're intrigued.
Yeah. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, check it out. If you have, you know what we're talking about. Where it's just like, oh yeah, so we're going to have this.
Yeah.
And then...
I thought I knew what it was about, but I was completely wrong. Dead wrong. So, Asian film. Asian is kind of dry the last couple of years, so it's nice to see. Sadly. They had a really strong year a few years back, but yeah, it's been kind of... But it's nice. So it's nice to see them get a win. Big win here. All right, next category. Got a couple guests with us right now off camera. Mrs. Schrute and Hope. Hi.
Would that be?
Hi. Hi.
Oh no, don't say that. Scariest, creepiest. Self-explanatory. Your nominees are another one, The Wind.
I Trapped the Devil. Number 2 for them.
Hole in the Ground. That's a new one. Remember that time there was that hole in the ground and you stepped, you walked right into it?
I've seen quite a few holes.
I was like, look out for that hole. Never mind.
Fear Footage.
The House. Another few new ones here.
The Dead Center.
I got a bunch of new ones. The Horny Ghost 2 for scariest, creepiest film. You're gonna read off camera,
Yeah.
as is tradition. Speak
I
up.
Trapped the Devil.
Yep, you gotta do it again.
Why?
And the Horny.
And the Horny Ghost to I Trapped the Devil.
All right,
Nailed it.
See?
nailed it. Christmas, kind of a Christmas horror film. It takes place during Christmas, so you didn't get to see that one. We almost watched it.
We
as
were all
part of our-
gonna watch it together, but it didn't happen.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break, so we'll watch these sponsors. They're not really sponsors, but they would be if I did have sponsors. We'll be right back.
And it's not museum.
It's not museum
Museum
architects. Artifact. Museum architect sounds like a rat from the 90s. We'll be right back. Thank you for that. All right, we are back. This is, we want to quickly say, another beer here by Abomination, who are not sponsoring, but should sponsor us. Send us a case. You raw. This isn't as good as Anthropophagus, but you raw Yule dry hop ale. Look at that. It's all squatchy. You probably can't see that at all.
Yeah, probably can't really see that. That's a badass label.
You see that? Yes. Yeti-esque series.
Yeti-esque
number
series.
1. So that means there's going to be more, right? Yes. All right.
It's a great label too.
Cheers, everybody. Get the kids up. It's the final. It's the final categories. Get them up. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, hopefully, for sticking around with us. And we want to welcome, hopefully, all you new ones out there, and I hope you join us again next year. Please comment. Please share. They say great awards, so go share. Instagram, Facebook. Where else is there?
Twitter. Reddit.
Reddit. Thank you.
Twitter.
If you're not into the social media, text your friends. Do what do they call that? A mass text?
Group
Group
chat.
chat?
Mass
Email?
text.
Okay, you're one of those people. I just watch YouTube. Go outside, yell in
Google
the
Docs?
street. Google what?
Google Docs.
Google Docs. I don't know what that is.
Google Docket.
Mail. Send. Use the United States
Get
Postal
a letter,
Service.
get a letter and
USPS.
go to the roof of your
Like
house
all
and
rooftops.
yell it to.
United States
neighbors.
Postal Service. Send a letter. Send a money order. Let other people know about
Send
the
all your
Hornies,
money
okay?
orders this way.
All right. Please share in any way you want to share.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Comment on.
If you like the Hornies, please comment, share all
Let
that.
us know what you think. What your picks would be for
Exactly.
some of these.
Absolutely.
If you agree, you don't agree. Let's talk about it.
Let's do it. All right. This is it. This is the final 4, as we like to call it. Our favorite categories, the biggest categories, the best categories. Your nominees for best low-budget horror film are Cronewood.
Dry Blood.
A lot of first-time nominees here. Close Calls.
Book of Birdie.
Not the first.
Not Bernie.
Nomination. Not the first time nomination for Lucero.
Herbert West Reanimator.
Yes, that is true.
And not the Brian
Ivan
one.
Zuccana, a great filmmaker from Italy, who's keeping Italian horror alive for the last probably 10, 15 years. So it's cool to have him
Yeah, super cool.
first time on this award show. And Antrim. All right. Low budget. You do not have to have a big budget to make an amazing horror film. Am I right?
Absolutely not. This goes from our earlier conversations. If you got the right tools to do it, you can make anything happen.
The tools are here and here and here.
It's fucking deep, man. All right.
Whoa, nice catch.
Low
Slippery
budget.
envelopes.
Best horny for low budget goes to
This is big.
Antrim.
Yeah.
Sick.
Woo!
I love that
I
one.
haven't heard too much about
I
that.
haven't heard that one. Yeah,
Creepy.
Yeah,
Found footage,
Unsettling
but not
Vibe
fun.
was cool. It was like-
Mockumentary.
Yes, it started off like kind of mockumentary. And I was like, I thought the whole movie was gonna be like that, and then it just kind of took this whole dark turn into the actual
to quickly
story.
talk, it's kind of like this fictitious film called Antrim, which apparently made people die after you watched it. One of those cool.
It made them kind of go crazy in the theater.
So it starts off as a mockumentary about this film. Then the cool thing is, when I first saw it, I think I told you this, I thought that once the film, they say, okay, here we present to you Antrim, this controversial film. I thought the film itself would only be like a half hour. It ends up being like a feature-length film.
Of the whole
it was like
movie,
80 minutes, so that's super cool. So it's like mockumentary with a full film with it, which is super cool. Because then they end with the mockumentary at the very end, so that's super cool. Anyway, I hope you guys check it out and buy it. It's on DVD and Blu-ray. Awesome. Congrats to Antrim.
Yeah.
All right.
Really cool, man. That one threw me off by surprise.
All right, next one. Huge. Indie. This one has
Different from low budget.
Yeah, it's.
Now describe how you.
We used to.
differentiate
I
those two.
separated those. Those used to be kind of all in one, but ended up being where there were so many.
What?
This off-camera shenanigans. So many great films.
What?
So many great films, low budget, and next budget up. So I mean, it's different varying degrees of budgets. Is basically what happened. So many great films that we had to divide into two categories. So here we go. I mean, we have low budgets, medium budgets, medium.
Got big old budgets.
Your nominees are for best indie films are The Cleaning Lady. That's the first one for that one.
Yep. Which was awesome. That's a good one. I'll Take Your Dead.
Pledge, another one.
Headhunter.
Another one for that. There's the first one. Level 16.
Oh, that one. Arctic.
Which they've been around a little bit tonight.
Oh.
They've had
Yeah,
some
yeah,
other.
for sure.
And here's another one. One Must Fall. So we have 7
They've been
films.
around too.
Awesome list of films, guys. Please pick up these films. I would say if you were to like narrow down which ones you should pick up, these are the last 4 categories.
Definitely.
I'd say Cleaning Lady, one of the most prolific
Cleaning Lady
modern
was
directors.
great.
He did The Shrine. He did Jack Burke's Monster Slayer. He did Girl House.
See, she was.
He did Goddess of Love. So he's been all of these awards. I think almost every one of his films have been
They had
nominated.
a pretty good female lead too. With the,
Absolutely, yeah.
with
She
the
almost got
main
an actress
character.
nomination. Good makeup
she was
too,
really
right?
good, yeah.
Now that I think of it, probably should have got a Best Gore nomination. All right, so you're horny for Best Indie Film. This is a big one, guys. Vegas is going crazy right now. The horny goes to. Is this me or you?
That's you.
This is big. Pledge.
Stop whooping. I'm gonna have to edit that.
Maybe a controversial. Like I don't know. This was tough.
Sorry,
It
this
really
is live.
was. This is really, really tough.
That really was.
I
There's
love
some
Headhunter.
really good ones on there. Headhunter was amazing. Cleaning Lady, again, that one.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
one threw me off as well.
Probably
It was
one of
really
the really least talked. A lot of these for indie films. A lot of times I'll have ones that are kind of like I don't want to say trendy, but talked about. Like Clean Lay down here. Maybe talking about Pledge, Headhunter. I've seen a few people. I'll Take Your Dad on Level 16. Arctic.
Hulu.
Pledge is on Hulu.
There you go.
One Must Fall. But I think generally for a normally big category, I don't think indie. Some of these films have not been talked about very much at all.
Yeah.
And Pledge
And
is
Pledge was one that, like...
surprised the hell.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
give it away, but...
Yeah, again, like I said, even when I watched the trailer, I was just like, it looks okay, but then, like, when you actually watch it, there's a lot more to it.
It's very
than-
deceitful,
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
say.
for sure.
So please, if you haven't seen Pledge, Screen Factor actually put it out, so super cool.
Yeah, it was
Definitely
a
one
lot
of those
of fun.
films, it's not what you think.
Yeah.
And it
for
won
sure.
Best Indie, it's huge. Fucking awesome. Yeah, that was really tough. Clean Lady and Headhunter were definitely probably my, what was battling the spot. All right, man, it's big, really big. Best Foreign. we got the final two. This is big. Foreign horror. I mean, we've said it a million times. Every year, like the indie category, year in and year out, produces. I want to call them heavyweight films. I mean, we said before, these are best picture quality films, right?
Yeah.
That just didn't make the cut. Because not everyone can be a best picture nominee. But when you think of the heavyweights of the past, so many great films. Anyway, from all over the world, especially taking over the last couple of years with places like Iran and Turkey. Places that you would never expect.
Which is great. I love that it's going that direction.
Absolutely. These filmmakers everywhere, because that means they're genre fans, and they were young and they grew up with watching.
And now again with the whole going into the whole technology advancement thing like that,
sure.
like
it's easier, right?
It's easier to access things like that, and it's easier for people to make their own.
You don't have to be brought up in a family that has money, so you can get that big $5,000 camera to make your first film. You can.
So the future is also very exciting.
It's bright.
Going on from
how bright? I could have put shades on. All right, your nominees, guys. We got 8 here, so I wish I remember what year it was. Vacuum.
Basement guy.
Vacuum 1365 tells it was. I think it was 2016 where all the big categories had 8 nominees. Anyway, so your nominees for best foreign, guys. This is it. Wake the kids up. Border.
Country too or no?
Did we show our beer? Yeah, we did. I apologize to you. We showed our beer a couple categories ago. Your nominees are Border.
Climax.
Video Man. Another one.
Lose.
We should say quickly where they're from. So Border is from, I want to say it's Swedish. Climax is French. Video Man is British. Laws, I want to say it's from Brazil.
Video Man British? Or was it Swedish?
Thank you for correcting me. Video Man is Swedish. Laws is, I think, Brazilian. Involution, which is Russian. Very cool.
Yep. Possum, which is British.
Knife Plus Heart, French.
And The Cleansing, which is also British.
One. We'll talk quickly about some of these individual films after we announce the winner. So, big one, guys. This will change your filmmaking career, I can only hope. Winning Best Foreign. In the case of Kaan Evrenel from Turkey, he won Baskin, which was Best Foreign a couple years ago. And then he goes on to Best Picture. So it's like stepping stone. A beautiful golden stepping stone. The winner, you guys, for 2019 Best Foreign, the Horny goes to Possum. Kind of a film that's. We talked about how the year progresses and how fun that is to see it unfold. And this was, I think, you said it was the first film you watched. One of my first too. For
literally the first movie I watched of 2019. And I thought it was amazing, and it stuck with me.
It's one of those ones you say that might be Best Picture. And you're like, that's how good it is.
Yeah.
And for me, it was definitely a Best Picture nomination, at least in the first quarter of the year before all the films start cascading upon us like a snowstorm. But yeah, I mean, this was just such a great film. I've said it on a couple of my posts on social media where it's like, for me, David Lynch meets Jan Smenkmeyer, who's a Czech director, because it kind of incorporates this. If you haven't seen it, this awesome. Practically made puppet spider with a human face, creepy as hell.
This weird ass arachnid doll.
Absolutely,
thing. It's the creepiest
nightmarish
fucking thing.
Right?
Yeah, it really is.
This minimalist
score is nightmarish.
It's got when I say Lynch in the Eraserhead way of this very urban factory riddled British location. With the small house,
very bleak.
Absolutely.
Bleak vibe.
Could have definitely been shot in black and white.
With the score and everything.
The score
was real, creepy and
noise.
Minimal. This was just amazing.
I mean, comparing it to Lynch and Smenkmeyer, those are two heavyweight filmmakers, and I don't just compare that loosely. I mean, it's that good, guys. So if you haven't seen it, please check it out. Worthy and amongst such great company. Border, quickly, I just want to comment on these films. This is the director of Shelley, which was nominated for Best Picture a couple years ago, so this is a great follow for him. I was just going to say this, it's one of those films, the less you know the better. Trolls, it's about trolls, which is awesome. Climax, Gaspar Noé, big fans of him for many years, great to see him here. Super cool film, dance troupe, get together, we'll just say the Kool-Aid is spiked and things escalate. Amazing film, guys. I mean, it's one of those films, if you don't like Gaspar's previous film, this will not make you a fan. If you do like his previous works, you're most likely going to love this one. I'll say it at that. Some cool Suspiria cinematography anyway. Video Man, we've talked about that a little bit. Super cool. All you collectors out there, it'll give you a smile.
Yeah,
check it
for
out.
Sure.
Laws, super cool, creative exorcism type films, kind of getting a lot of praise in kind of like the critics' world. Blu-ray is coming soon, I believe, in Region 1. Involution, everyone talked about, it's from the director of Three Ritual, which was a Russian film from a couple of years ago, which is great. Check it out. Very kind of sci-fi horror art house combination. Super cool, great cinematography. Knife Plus Art, we talked about that in The Cleansing, which I think is super cool. UK period piece, medieval film.
Yeah.
Low budget, but they did a great job with the budget.
Yeah.
Very folk-horror-y. Super authentic looking for the budget.
Yeah.
The locations, the forest, the wardrobes.
Like we were saying too, with
best character nomination.
The Uncorked put that one out, which is generally not very reputable, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this was actually a really good one that they actually
one of the
put
surprises of the year, much
out.
like
really
Pledge.
surprised me that one. Yeah. But yeah, agreeing with what you said, they did awesome with like the set pieces and like
super well done from
the
a technical
vibe they
aspect.
did. Yeah, like the story in general, and everything like that. It's cool, like kind of a twist, I guess, if you want to say things like that.
It's got that 70s
story
vibe,
was
Blood
really
on
cool.
Saint's Claw.
Yeah.
I told you before, it's like Barbara Steele, like the character. I mean, just super cool fucking film. But yeah,
it was
as always, a loaded category, but congrats to Possum for winning that one.
Absolutely, man.
And this is
I
it.
love that one.
This is it. I can't believe it after all this
come
time.
down to it, man.
I don't want to come back down from this cloud. You got to bait me a cloud.
I don't think that's the first time you
have I referenced Gavin Rosdale before? That's terrible. Of all people to reference right before the best. I mean, but first, before we do this, as we've started the last couple of years tradition, we have brought in a Lifetime Achievement Award, which is of course a big deal. This person will join Dara Nicolati, John Saxon, and Jean Roland on our. We got these cool plaques.
The
if you could only see.
Hallowed
Halls of Horror. Richard, we haven't said hi to Richard. Hey, buddy.
What's up, dude?
We know you're out there watching. So yeah, this is a Lifetime Achievement Award. We're going to take it away. We're going to let Hope take it away. And here you go, the winner for this year's, the 4th annual Lifetime Achievement Award winner. Check it out. We'll be right back.
Jacinto Molina Alvarez was born on September 6, 1934 in Madrid, Spain, of course later changing his name to Paul Naschy. In 1967, he penned the script for the film Frankenstein's Bloody Terror. After Lon Chaney Jr. turned down the lead role of werewolf Waldemar Daninsky, Naschy decided to take on the acting duties himself. The rest, shall we say, is history. In a career spanning decades, Naschy would go on to reprise the Daninsky character in several more films, as well as writing, acting, and directing countless others. A monster fan since childhood, Naschy's true love for the horror genre is wonderfully apparent in every appearance on screen. Paul Naschy passed away in 2009 at the age of 75, but his legacy lives on. Congratulations to Paul Naschy, this year's Lifetime Achievement winner. Hail the King of Spanish Horror.
There you go. It's kind of cool, like, we're huge fans of him, and we have been for
Absolutely.
many years, and I actually, this is kind of a collaboration, because I was thinking about it, and I was like, I was leaning towards him. I even thought about him last year, but I sent out a message to him one night. I was like, so what do you think about Lifetime Achievement? You want to give me some suggestions? The first person you referenced was Paul Naschy.
It literally was the first name that popped in my head.
Which was cool.
I'm like, what about Paul? And he was like, yeah, he was on my list as well. So I think we were kind of on the same page. Yeah.
A long career. And what makes him very unique, whether if you're aware of him or you're not, he was not just an actor, but a writer, screenwriter. He directed a couple of his films.
Yeah.
But what's really cool about him, and I know like in some of the heavyweights, Vincent Price, Christopher Lee, Cushing, they all became fans of the genre as they kind of became actors in that field throughout their careers. They weren't ashamed. They were proud of being a part of that. But Paul Naschy was a different breed in that he grew up a fan of monster films. He loved the Universal monster films. So he was like a legitimate horror fan. So from a horror fan's perspective, I think Paul Naschy is just so easy to like.
Yeah,
for sure. He made the films that he loved as a kid. That's all he did, pretty much.
He's relatable to all of us.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's like this stumpy little anecdote, professional bodybuilder, which he mentioned in the piece there. He was like a bodybuilder for a while. So he's like stumpy, but he had that, when he takes that shirt off in some of those love scenes.
Dude, he is a hunk.
I
will say that.
That
dude's a hunk.
But you know what I mean? He's like a cool success story where like he was a monster fan. And then he went up.
He was passionate about
it, and you can see it in his films, even the ones that aren't as good as some of his other ones. He loved horror, and he's a great actor, a great writer, and he has this long, illustrious career. And it's just he was a super guy, and like how can you not? If you haven't gotten into his films, I guarantee you, check them out, and you'll fall in love with the Naschy spell.
Nice.
Hashtag
Naschy spell.
Let's get it going, everybody. Post them for Naschy. Put Naschy spell like that smile though. A few years back.
Wow.
Congrats.
It's a throwback.
No, let's bring it up to Paul Naschy.
Bring it up.
Abomination. Somehow get him to watch this. Can you make us a Paul Naschy beer? How would be cool? Dude. What if this happened? I mean,
Naschy werewolf beer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Abomination.
Powell.
Do this, please. That would be incredible.
We gotta somehow.
You did Anthropophagus.
You did Anthropophagus. We want a Naschy beer. Okay?
Please.
That'd be amazing. Anyway, cheers to Paul Naschy. Congratulations. I wish you were still with us. All right, guys.
Fucking legend.
Enough clowning around. Down to the nitty gritty.
We made it.
We made
all the way to the end.
Great job. I want to say, I don't know if it was like subliminal, but like a couple of years ago, I always like to reference past hornies because that's what you do when you're proud of your batch of kids that you have. A couple years ago, if you remember, a film Replace won Best Indie, right?
Yeah.
A couple years back, love that film. If you haven't seen it, check it out. If you haven't seen past Horny Awards and you're new to this, look them up. They're all there.
Yeah.
There's tons of films. But Replace won, and a certain actress was in it, the daughter of William Forsythe, right? And Rebecca Forsythe was the actress who I loved in that film. And then this year, I grabbed a shirt called Forsythe. Huh? I don't know if it's related, but I mean, that was a couple years ago. I think I'm going to look for some more
it is a bit
Forsythe. I need more Forsythe. I think we all need more Forsythe in our wardrobe.
More
Fuck Calvin Klein, man. I know it's nice, but let's try to get Forsythe going here. All right.
So yeah, it's a very hard, very difficult year to narrow things down to just these 6?
Yeah, 6 films. Which is ideally my number. We've gone to 8 a few times, but Hope my daughter kind of helmed him back in and said, let's focus on 6. Let's do 6. So I'm okay. So, here are folks. Check it out. Check out the trailers for your Best Picture nominees.
뭐야, 소독해? 창문 닫아.
나도 봐. 공짜로 집안에 소독도 하고.
부모님 얼굴도 뵙고 좋더라. 건강들 하시고.
일거리가 없으셔도.
네가 내 대신 얘 과외 선생님 좀 해줘라. 영어.
대학생인 척하라는 거야?
구라를 좀 치지 뭐.
넌 이 좋은 실력으로 왜 미대는 맨날 떨어지냐?
아이씨, 죽을래.
저는 이게 위조나 범죄라고 생각하지 않아요. 참으로시 이적절하다. 부자들이 원래 참 잘 속아.
사모님이 뭐랄까.
풀타임으로 수업 어떻게 하시는지. Is it okay with you? 우리 다송이는 완전 예술가 재질인데.
침팬지를 그린 거죠?
자화상이에요.
역시.
그동안 미술쌤도 여러 명 바꿔가면서 해봤는데요.
제가 사람 하나가 휙 하고 떠올랐는데.
아 잠깐. 제시카 외동딸 일리노이 시카고 과선배는 김치모 그는 이사촌.
부자인데 착하다니까.
진짜 니가 착한 거지. I'm deadly serious.
지금 진짜로 이상한 게 뭔 것 같아.
Nikki's pushing me to drop your pieces.
I'm going broke. I can't live off of nothing.
And I can't live off 10% of nothing.
I haven't finished a painting in 3 months.
Try this. It's the closest thing they got to a pure, uncut mix of cocaine and DMT.
I started painting again. I don't know, something came over me and then it all just started pouring out of me. I don't even remember doing it.
Like you blacked out?
It was like I was possessed.
I mean, that's good, right?
Yeah, it's great.
Tell me, Des, do you think it was the bliss or the blood?
Whatever you gave me, just let me know so I can kick it with something else, because I am not well. I feel like I'm dying.
You're not gonna die. Trust me.
I saw you painting in there. I saw your inspiration all over the counter, too.
You know what's wrong. You don't give it up. You can't. Forever.
It's gonna be my masterpiece.
I told you that I want to go to that festival in Sweden.
No, you said it would be cool to go.
Yeah, and then I got the opportunity and I decided
Look,
to
I
do
don't
it.
mind you going. I just wish you would have told me, that's all.
Dude, she needs a therapist. You've been wanting out of this stupid relationship for like a year now.
And don't forget about all of the beautiful Swedish women you'll meet in June.
Okay, guys.
That's not her again. Seriously?
Babe, what's happening? Danny.
I was so very sorry to hear about what happened.
I'm sorry.
I invited Danny to come to Sweden. You know what she's been going through.
Christian says you've got this special week planned.
It's sort of a crazy festival. Special ceremonies and dressing up.
That sounds fun.
Unbelievable.
Welcome and happy midsummer. Skål!
What time is it?
9 p.m.
That can't be right. The sky is blue.
This is what 9 p.m. is like here.
How long have you two been together?
Just over 3.5 years.
4 years.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's like another world.
Tomorrow's a big day.
Is it scary?
What is it?
It has special properties.
What am I going through?
We just need to acclimate.
I don't want to acclimate. I want to go.
Absolutely not.
What's happening?
I don't know why you invited us.
That's why you look so guilty right now, because you know.
We only do this every 90 years. I was most excited for you to come.
So, how do you want to do this? We'll need to search the whole house to find the safe. To do so, we're gonna have to play the game.
Once we get into the house, whatever she asks you to do, you're gonna have to do it. No excuses. She says, we obey.
Mom, the doctor's here.
Welcome back, Doctor. Rule number 1.
Everyone must play.
I'm sorry.
Rule number 2, no outsiders allowed.
Rule number 3. Nobody leaves.
Tell me, what's a timberman want with being a wiki?
Just looking to earn a living, just like any man. Starting new.
On the run. Keeping secrets, are you?
No, sir.
Why don't you spill your beans? Why don't you spill your beans? Why don't you spill your beans? How long have we been on this rock? 5 weeks? 2 days? Help me to recollect.
Alright, to recap, guys, you just saw them. I love trailers.
Absolutely, man.
Those are all...
They can be misleading, though.
They can,
as
like
we've
Pledge.
learned by a lot of them.
I think those trailers, though, are no deception in those trailers.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
So to recap, your best picture nominees: Parasite, Bliss, Midsummer, Braid, The Lighthouse, and Abracadabra. And we obviously have to mention 50% of this category are theatrical films. How amazing is that?
That is amazing.
We have come a long way, my friend. And besides its own category earlier in the show of theatrical films. So we're talking about 7 theatrical films in 1 year. That's unbelievable.
I think that's a big theme.
Unbelievable. The year of the theatrical. I would say. I know the comedy. I kind of said the comedy.
The comedy, but definitely
resurgence.
But
yeah, can we call 2019 the year of the theatrical?
Yeah, I think we can.
The return of theater horror. Can we call it that?
I mean, there's always been a lot of like.
There's still shit.
There's always been
still a lot of shit out there.
Oh yeah, of course.
But it's not just remakes. It's not just CGI fueled suck fests.
Yeah.
7 films this year, guys, and half of the Best Picture nominee. Unbelievable. That's so cool.
What a time to be alive.
It's a good time to be like a young horror fan right now. You know what I mean? Like we can go to the theater. I know all these aren't like big national releases, where it's still kind of like some of these are limited releases. But nonetheless, if we get to see it, chances are you're town.
Yeah, you have a limited release.
Well, you don't live in the sticks.
You get to go see it in your favorite theater.
Or at least maybe a 45-hour long drive
to
go see it, which many of these, of course, are worth. 2-day drive.
Absolutely.
I would drive 4 days to see a couple of these movies.
I would drive 500 miles.
500?
And 500 more.
And I'll give you 1,500 more because life is a highway. I'm going to ride it all night long, man.
And I know you can.
All right. Who did that song? We can't make Bush be the last referenced musical artist.
Who the hell did do that song?
I really like that song. I can't think of the guy's name. Comment, please.
What the hell did Life is a Highway?
Life is a Highway. Oh man, I wish I knew. All right. Anyway, please, guys, everybody.
It's gonna wake me up in the middle.
I know.
All
right
now.
Please comment. But anyway, in general, guys, please comment, share. We love reading your comments, your thoughts.
Yeah.
Let us know what you.
Are
you agreeable?
Yeah.
Do you want to be a contrarian? Whatever, man.
You want to fight us about it?
Want to fight about it?
On any of them?
You hate my haircut? All right.
All right.
Best Picture.
Here we go.
We already talked about the nominees. You saw the trailers. What will join? I'm going to do this every time. I'm going to fuck it up. Hobo with Shotgun. Livid. Antiviral. Pieces of Talent. Am I right?
Pieces of Talent.
Starry Eyes. The Witch? No, Monster. Is it The Witch or Monster was first? This is bad. I used to be really good at this.
First.
Witch, The Monster, Housewife.
That's it.
And this year. Okay, there we go. Well, it's getting tougher and tougher as the years go on. You guys, next year it's going to be 10 years. All right. Here we go.
Are you sure you're going to lose some of your memory with that
It's
hair?
tough, man. All right, here we go. Get the rope. Get the rope. Bring it back. All right.
Bring it back, man.
Best Picture goes to, for 2019, the Best Picture of the Year. What is your pick? What is your pick? Leave a comment.
Let us know.
The morning goes
Drum roll,
to...
please. Drum roll. The Lighthouse.
The Lighthouse. Theatrical
Film of the year.
Theatrical film.
Amazing. Willem Dafoe.
Two characters and a mermaid.
That's it. That's all you need.
I mean, if it was a,
that's all you need to win.
If it was a viral video, two characters and a mermaid, and a lighthouse. I mean, minimalist story. Oh, just. I mean, obviously, it's going to be easy to say. First of all, congratulations. It's the same traits. I mean, you're going to say the cast is great, the score is great, the cinematography is great, all the things. Yeah. I think what really makes this film, it's just much like The Witch. It's just flawless. I got nothing bad to say about it. There wasn't a CGI scene that ruined it. There wasn't a plot twist or weird. Everything was just spot on for me. What are your thoughts on the film?
Yeah, I loved it as well.
Unfortunately didn't get to see it together, but
yeah, we didn't see it together, but we did see him at theaters and everything like that. But I love that he did black and white.
That's the aspect
I think that
ratio
added
too.
so much to it.
Yeah, that aspect ratio, which was very it made it more claustrophobic, which is super cool, which is a risky thing to do too. I assume the producers were against that. They probably hated that idea.
All the shots, just like the cinematography of the water and the lighthouse and everything like that. The whole setting was really awesome.
I got nothing bad to say about it.
Yeah, I really don't.
I thought it was really cool because I always have thought that they call them sirens, like mermaids.
Yeah.
I always thought that was like a kind of a fertile ground for a horror film that hasn't really been touched upon before. There's been a couple here and there, but The Lure was super cool. That musical from a couple.
Yeah.
There's been a couple other films, but I mean, talking about something that's generally like it's got this great,
it's not a lot,
and
there's not a lot.
I think
of...
he hit it really good because it was like creepy. The screen
he didn't overdo it.
He didn't overdo it exactly. Like I was like, you're waiting for the CGI like tail, but they kept it practical, and she was like creepy. Like the scream that she did when she like looked at him and like screamed.
Yeah.
Like creepy and just atmospheric and just super cool.
Just had a very like with a couple like films from a lot of these categories, very disturbing.
Absolutely.
It's just like a very off vibe. And
But
it just kept like building up throughout the whole.
But also had that like kind of cool like art house feel too, where it's like this. Most people are not gonna like this.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
You're
The Witch
just
was
not
like
gonna
that
get
too.
it.
It wasn't that abstract, but yeah, I mean, it's one of those films you're just surprised to see a film like this in the theater, like his first film, The Witch, like Midsummer, like Hereditary, which is super cool. And I mean, Khan Evernal, who we mentioned, our boys in Turkey represent. Talk about getting one up. So he wins Best Foreign with Baskin. He comes back with Best Picture in Housewife. Yeah. So Robert Eggers is like, you know what? Oh, did I? No, I think I said it. I'm pretty sure I said it. I have to check back. Did I miss Housewife? I knew. You guys will let me know. And then Robert Eggers is like, fuck you. I'm going to win Best Picture twice. The Witch and Lighthouse. He does it twice. Wow, unbelievable.
Fucking nailed it.
I mean, there's a... Should we give him Lifetime Achievement Award next year, Robert Eggers, for winning 2 Best Pictures?
The Robert Eggers Award?
Yeah, really. That's not a bad idea. 2 Best Pictures.
We'll see what happens. We'll see how that goes by next year.
What are your thoughts on The Lighthouse? Did you see it? It's definitely one of those films not for everyone, but I got nothing to complain about. I love the ending. I don't want to say that in case you haven't seen it. But that, like, he stuck the landing on that one to me.
Definitely did. Like, he just nailed everything about it. Yeah, the score was great. The cinematography was great. The acting was great. The effects were great.
Absolutely. We'll quickly run through Parasite. Unfortunately, you didn't get to see that. It's coming out on Blu-ray, I think in a couple weeks, so please go out and grab that. Lighthouse comes out on Blu-ray next week. Actually, no, it would have. I think it came out last week. Bliss. We talked about Bliss, kind of.
I love that one.
Great fucking film. That's one of those films that blew me away.
Like, we're talking about the stuff now, or?
Absolutely. Speak away here.
Yeah. Bliss was just like, when I started watching it, I thought it was just going to be a certain, like one of the, just like a train spotting kind of like drug movie in a way. Yeah. But just as it went on,
I think
as the film went on,
being an artist is a big part of the film, right?
Yes,
it's about making art.
Yes.
What was the film a couple years ago? I feel like it's a much more successful version of the with the guitar, the painter.
Yes.
The guitar movie. What was that called?
Yeah. It's with what the
I know. I can't remember
name?
anything. I wish I could remember the name of the film.
Ethan Embry was in it.
Ethan Embry was in it. Yeah,
something with the devil. Right?
Devil. Yeah, it's
something devil.
Anyway, I think it's like
candy for the Devil's Candy.
Devil's Candy.
Devil's Candy.
The director of the great. I was just remembering.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I can't remember a goddamn thing anymore. That's I think you're right with the hair. Yeah. He did the film, the excellent film, which I know is over here somewhere. Oh God, I'm just here. You talk to the audience. I know it's like right over here.
Either way, yes.
You keep talking.
Similar to that in a way where
The Loved Ones.
Oh, The Loved Ones.
He was the director of Loved Ones. Okay. So anyway, I think Bliss. If you didn't like Devil's Candy, I like parts of it, but I think they really failed in the final act.
Yeah, from how much it was built up to me,
absolutely.
what it was supposed to be like, it kind of was a letdown.
To me, Bliss is like
that skyrockets above the Devil's Candy.
Absolutely.
Don't let that have anything to do.
Or if you like the Devil's Candy, goddamn Bliss, you will.
Dude, it's like it ramps up, like as it goes on, it just keeps getting fucking crazier and crazier.
CGI at the end with fire and shit.
And yeah, dude, the final climax of that whole film was just like, I was like, holy shit, it was amazing.
Gore,
it was so good.
Yeah.
The effects were amazing. The cinematography was amazing. It was.
I think, like we said, the best picture when you get to these films, they're just flawless. I mean, there's really nothing bad. You say Midsummer.
We didn't talk a lot about Midsummer at all. this whole thing.
A little bit. We talk about Florence Pugh's anxiety-riddled performance, but
Yeah.
I think it gets knocked for being. I think it's definitely derivative of the Wicker Man, absolutely. But if you're going to be derivative, nail it, and they nailed it. Great folk horror film, sun-drenched horror film.
Everything's been done.
Practical
Everything
effects.
under the sun's already been done.
There's
so
a lot
like,
of under the sun in that movie.
yeah, that there was.
But practical, it's great to. I can't knock Midsummer because like the fact that like you were able to go to a theater and see a folk.
And see that.
Yeah, see a folk horror film where people jump off cliffs and decapitate heads and practical effect.
Yeah.
You gotta give Ari both his films, Hereditary and Midsummer, has a beautiful decapitated
amazing.
head.
Yeah,
right?
amazing.
Great folk horror
I'll
film.
never forget those experiences.
Absolutely.
Experiences.
Absolutely.
With the whole theme of theatrical releases going on this year like that.
It's
like,
cool to be able to we saw it in the
a
theater.
lot of these theatrical releases that have come out are just ones that have really stuck with me. Like really, like The Witch.
Yep.
And,
Best Picture.
and Hereditary and everything like that. Like I just left these theaters, and for like days and weeks after that, just like thinking about it.
Mandy was one we
Mandy,
got to see.
yes, yes.
Yeah, it's so cool. I think we can't help but smile, and we've
Yeah.
seen some of these together. Abracadabra, I want to mention that one. Onetti Brothers completed their Giallo trilogy. Sono Profondo, Francesca, which was nominated for Best Picture a few years back. Another Best Picture nomination, Abracadabra.
Love the way those films look.
God, they nail it.
It's like drenched in, like, it's like that oversaturated, just drenched Italian atmosphere.
But, like,
it's so good.
Like a modern Giallo is nothing new. It's been going on for a few, the Amer and Strange Color of Everybody's Tears. Like, it's been going on for a while, and even like Night Plus Heart. But they, like, if you told me that Abracadabra was a lost film from the 70s that was like, I wouldn't like disagree with it. I'd be like, oh wow, how did I miss
believe you.
Like if you said Sergio Martino directed it or something, like I would have been like, wow, how did I miss this one?
Yeah.
That's how authentic it looked. The score, those bass
Authentic,
lines,
yes.
like the way the film looks, it has that great stock feel to it. The actors, the dubbing, like some of it's like you can tell they did the audio separately.
Yeah.
It's just spot on everything.
So
absolutely
good.
Fantastic film. Great ending. I love how that. I don't want to give it anything away.
Similarly with Night Plus Heart, which has been all over here. Not to the extent of that, but
they nailed the feel.
But similarly, they nailed the feel.
Best kill with a dildo, I would say. What else did we have? Braid. We talked about Braid. One of my favorites of the year. Won Best Director. If you haven't seen it, please pick up the DVD, stream it.
Yeah.
Kind of a cool less is more, but some great visuals in that film. Great ending.
Yeah. Characters are cool. Like the whole story was cool.
It had some good gore in it too, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but some great visual, artistic shots in that film. 6 great films, guys. Half of them in the theater. They're all available for you physical format people out there like us. And before we wrap up, again, congratulations to The Lighthouse. A couple films I want to mention that just kind of like, even for you, just pick a couple films besides the ones we just talked about that maybe stand out to you, besides the ones we just talked about. If there's any, or if you want me to go first, you can think about it. I'll say I would go with Pledge, and won Best Indie. Please give that film a shot. I haven't heard enough people talk about that film. Yeah, out of all of them. The trailer is deceiving. Please check it out. Super cool. It just really hit home with me. I love you ever see a credits roll of film where credits will happen after a great ending and then it plays a song that really pisses you off, that kind of kills the vibe?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? It happens. Does that bother you?
It'll be like a Creed song.
Yeah, does that bother you?
Like,
You know what I'm
are
saying?
doing?
Like, you have this great ending, and you're like, I know it's just the credit, but it can really ruin the feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Pledge is an example. It has this great climax, right? You're the climax, right? It really is. Gasper, no, you're the climax. And then, I don't know if you remember this, but the credits come on, it's that graduation song. What's the graduation? You know what I'm talking about? Like when you graduate, they play that. I would hum it, but anyway. So Pledge uses that, but they make it all like choral and atmospheric. It has like reverb on it, like during the credits. Like they really nailed that. I was like, wow, that's kick-ass. You know what song I'm talking about? Like the graduation song.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But yeah, so they ended the credits with it. It's like really dark and like reverby, and it just killed it anyway. So if that bothers you out there when you have like a great film and the credits is just like, yeah, can you take, or like Godsmack comes in, I'm like, what the fuck? It's like this artistic ending, and they play like fucking, anyway. So I would say Pledge, Cleaning Lady. Again, we were a big fan
Yeah,
of.
Cleaning Lady was super good.
Of the director. Every film he's made has been nominated in Hornies. I think there's any other. The Cleansing, I think, is one that I haven't seen.
Yeah,
So please check that out.
Was really awesome.
Anything else you want to mention?
Headhunter, the effects.
Talk briefly of that.
The effects were so good. Like the again, like kind of like the Cleansing, I guess, going on with that, the whole medieval vibe.
But low budget.
Not
really low budget.
Not really low budget, but enough.
An indie film.
Enough where the effects were amazing, the story was cool, the settings were awesome.
Yeah, that's a film that got tons of nominations, but I don't think they won anything. It's one of those. This is Susan Lucci of the award. So let's quickly, if you don't know, it's basically about what it's like literally one guy in the cast. Literally. He's it. And a creature, right? Is there any? There's a daughter briefly.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Okay,
the daughter shows up. I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah, but it's basically one man. Well, you can say it because they pretty much give it away early. His daughter is killed. So it's a medieval family. So he basically
it's kind of a revenge film in a way
absolutely.
too.
He's basically literally a headhunter of monsters, which is super cool.
Yeah,
and
he just lives in this world that's full of monsters
in the woods. He lives in like a cabin.
Yeah,
the set pieces are absolutely
Nordic,
fantastic.
Very Nordic.
Fantastic. Yeah,
like. It's like Norwegian, has like a Norwegian feel to it, I guess you could say.
Wood,
water,
it's
just like foresty woods,
moss. It's very black,
very black metal,
atmospheric black metal. But yeah, anyway, so he literally is a monster hunter, a headhunter. He comes back, and the cool thing is the great way the director. And if you have the film, watch it with the audio commentary because of the director, and he's very passionate, and it's a great, brilliant way of, since he's a headhunter, it allowed the director to use latex masks as the monster's heads. So when he'd get back from killing a monster, he'd stick the head on his wall as a trophy wall. But there's basically just latex masks. But what a great way to make a practical.
But it's just
great idea. You know what I mean?
It's a fucking wall of latex monster heads.
So it's like
just fucking
Halloween
awesome.
store, you know. But yeah, there's gore in it, which is all practical. And then I don't want to give away the ending, but there's a great practical effects driven ending.
Awesome ending too.
Basic
ending
story,
really cool.
Yeah, super cool film. Absolutely, Headhunter. That was definitely, like I said, that Cleaning Lady was tough not to pick, but Pledge just one of those films that it was like one of those surprises of the year. And part of that was like the final act and the very likable cast. But yeah, Headhunter, super cool. Anything else?
We talk a lot about Possum again, but I would definitely recommend that one a lot. That was probably one of my more favorite ones of the whole year.
Again, Climax, super cool seeing Gaspar Noé. Definitely check that one out. I don't think there's really any other ones I was going to mention. I think we've pretty much covered it all. Oh yeah, I'll do that. Honorable mentions really quick, guys. I forgot this last. There will not be an after party. Well, we will be partying. We're not going to film it because no one fucking watches it. Anyway, for the few of you that did, I appreciate it, but it's not worth that. It's not worth the trouble.
We appreciate you.
If you want us to bring it back next year, please comment and beg us. And anyway, honorable mentions, guys. This is how big modern horror sucks. We got we just talked about like 50 films. Well, here's another 25 more that I think are at least worth mentioning and owning. Get My Gun, The Wrath, Asian film. Gags the Clown, The Ranger, Pet Sematary. I did like the remake.
Oh yeah, that was really good actually. I enjoyed that one.
Director of Star Eyes did that. Come on, dude. Give us.
Really?
Yeah, he did that.
Get
out of Hollywood. I know.
What is with these fucking directors? They'll make a killer indie movie and then just start going like shit.
So I hope you guys come back to us. You made some money. Anyway, Montenegro. We saw that movie day.
That one was. I love that one.
Yeah, it's a cool film.
That one was super cool. We didn't talk about that one.
Gwen, High Life, Welcome to Mercy, super cool film. Tone Deaf, director of Excision. Itsy Bitsy, it was a spider movie. Recovery, super cool, low budget. Saint Agatha, super cool. Darlin, sequel to The Woman. Johnny Gruesome, Greg Lamberson, Greg Lamberson, our boy. Lady World, super cool. Blood Paradise, Pimped, a black and white Italian film called The Laplace's Demon. There you go. I want to say before we leave you, first of all, thanks again so much for watching. If you've been around with us for a while, thank you so much for sharing this special even with us. We really appreciate it. It would suck if we just did this and no one was watching. We'd probably still do it anyway. Battery's running low. For you newbies, thank you for joining us. I hope you come back with us next year. And I gotta say, there will not be a one-year drought before I see you again. I'm proud to say I'm going to be doing this. This is the end of the decade. I'm going to be doing a show in the next couple weeks. My top 30 films of this wonderful decade. I honestly feel this is, I would say, the third best decade in horror history. Behind the 70s and 80s, I really believe that. and I'll give you the proof of 30 films. Please join me. Follow me on Instagram, where I'll coinciding that with a top 50. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll get a bonus 20 films. So I'll do top 50 on Instagram, and you will see me here soon with my top 30 horror films of the decade. It's been an arduous task, I tell you, man. Ridiculous. Yeah, ridiculous. I actually pulled my hair out. So thank you guys. Charles, everybody. You're in horror. The Lighthouse. Robert Eggers, you magnificent bastard. You've done it again. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you soon for my top 30 of the decade. Comment, share. We'll see you later. Good night now.
Good night
Stay scared.
now. Me gusta Legends.